Hui to introduce OpenDataLab. So, Dr. Cong Hui is currently a young scientist at Shanghai AI Lab and the research director of Science Time. Before that, he received his PhD degree from the Tsinghua University. He is leading the OpenDataLab team, which targets research in data fields in AI, as well as building influential open data and open source projects.
Well, many thanks for the introduction. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Cong Hui from Shanghai AI Lab. Today, I will introduce OpenDataLab in this tutorial. OpenDataLab is an open source dataset platform for artificial intelligence. There are some great platforms that make it easier for us to reproduce algorithms. We can easily access the latest papers from archive, as well as code from GitHub. However, there isn't a centralized platform hosting various kinds of datasets in the field of computer vision, natural languages, and other domains in artificial intelligence. Datasets are usually hosted on different sites worldwide. Paper with code is a good starting point if you want to find a dataset, but it only stores the metadata of the datasets. You cannot download the dataset from Paper with Code website. Hugging Face stored numerous datasets along with its models, but it is mainly designed for NLP datasets and is not friendly for viewing and downloading visual datasets. So our OpenDataLab aims to provide a user-friendly open datasets platform for researchers and developers in the AI community, where people can easily access metadata information and files in the dataset worldwide. People can also share datasets or even contribute their own datasets in a convenient way. Additionally, we designed a dataset description language, which can unify the representation of different datasets in the same task or across different tasks. Based on the unified dataset format, you can save time converting data formats from one dataset to another. Today, I will show three main features in OpenDataLab. First, I will give you an overview of massive open datasets in OpenDataLab. Then I will show you some open source data toolkits that can accelerate your AI research. Lastly, I will briefly introduce dataset description languages we use to standardize the data format. You can access OpenDataLab by visiting opendatalab.com. It supports both Chinese and English. Like most other dataset platforms, you can easily browse, search, and filter datasets on the web page. All datasets on the platform are free for downloading, and we won't display ads. To improve download speed, we mirror the datasets in different regions around the world. We further accelerate download speed by utilizing CDN globally. Specifically, people from China can achieve download speeds of tens of megabytes per second. There are many datasets in our platform. To date, there are over 5,400 datasets with a total size of over 80 terabytes. We classify datasets in different dimensions so that people can easily find datasets they need by filtering. Now, there are over 50 kinds of annotation types, including bounding box, labels, key points, polygons, and more. The datasets we have cover over 800 tasks, including pre-training, image classification, video classification, object detection, object tracking, key point detection, semantic segmentation, question answering, and so on. For data modalities, we offer images, text, image text pairs, videos, 3D, point cloud, and more, totally over 30 types. We also provide over 20 popular scenarios, such as autonomous driving, and smart medical care. Here's an example showing how you can use filters to find datasets by clicking the tags on the sidebar. If you want to find datasets in computer vision, you will get over 1,200 datasets. You can also filter out the datasets used in OpenDataLab. We have added tags to dataset published as CVPR to make it more convenient for people to find them and reproduce papers. There have been over 200 datasets published in CVPR totally. When you browse a specific dataset, you will find its introduction, data statistics, samples, and related papers. We support various data formats for visualization, such as text, images, audios, and videos. You can explore and discover datasets online without downloading the entire dataset. For safety and compliance, we also provide the authors, organizations, license of each dataset for reference. OpenDataLab will comply with the license by storing files allowed for distribution and provide only a link to the official website of the dataset if the license prohibits us from distributing. OpenDataLab also categorized datasets for some hot research topics, such as multimodal or AIGC, autonomous driving, and AR, VR, or XR. In multimodal topics, we host Lau-5B and SA1B datasets, which is the largest segmentation dataset to date, released alongside with Segment Anything model. It consists of over 1.1 billion segmentation masks collected from approximately 11 million images. In autonomous driving, we host OpenLane, the first perception and reasoning benchmark released by Shanghai AI Lab. In the AR, VR, XR topic, we published several datasets featuring comprehensive multi-view, high-resolution 3D or 4D data with high-quality annotations covering faces, bodies, and objects. Apart from the open dataset resource, you can also access great open source data toolkits from OpenDataLab. Downloading large datasets is often not trivial, so we've developed tools for conveniently downloading large datasets in a stable and efficient manner. In most cases, you can download the dataset by running scripts or just executing one command using our tools. We have also open source an intelligent labeling toolbox named Label U for various tasks. It supports drawing 2D bounding boxes for object detection, polygons for semantic segmentations, and the 3D boxes for 3D point cloud, and the labels for classification. We are going to integrate the sorter algorithms and models into Label U to improve labeling efficiency in the near future. Here are some use cases of Label U. It provides flexible configuration of data, tags, and labeling rules before annotation. It also supports interactive and real-time dialogues as well as online model evaluation, useful for collecting user feedbacks for large language models. Moreover, it supports annotations for building image text pair dataset and support annotations for videos. Lastly, I will give a brief introduction to our dataset description language. Data preprocessing can be challenging, especially when merging two or more different datasets. The data format for each dataset are usually different and cannot be merged directly. Difference comes from the folder structures, the file types, annotation formats, and the label semantics. For example, there are different rules for representing a 2D bounding box. One may represent it with the upper left point and the bottom right points, while others may use the upper left points along with its heights and widths. So it takes significant amount of time to write scripts for converting one dataset format to another, which is considered as dirty works for further analysis and processing of the data. So we alleviated these challenges through a dataset description language and an interpreter for the language. It provides a general, portable, and a scalable representation of the dataset. Dataset described and interpreted by the language have a uniform representation across different domains, making them easily mergeable. Files and annotations are decoupled, making it easier to share and distribute datasets. We also provide templates so people can get started with the new dataset quickly. Here is the architecture of the dataset description language. You can visit the document following the URL if you are interested in the implementation of the dataset description language. We have standardized over 100 popular CV datasets with our dataset description language, and all these datasets are uploaded to OpenDataLab. You can easily find this dataset by checking the platform's standard datasets. It will save you lots of time merging different datasets, making it easier for data preparation in multimodal and pre-training research. That's all. Thanks for your time, and that concludes the introduction of OpenDataLab. And just feel free to contact us if you have any questions about the OpenDataLab.